I know you have been lonely, and I've been going lonely. I know you've been feeling lonely, and I've been going lonely. I know you've been feeling lonely. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong ways. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want to do your own thing. I know you want to do your own thing. I'm smoking on strong, babe. All of my money, like Robert De Niro. I'm eating the hair on. I'm smoking gelato. She know what it be, though. All on the bar show. I'm there with the bimbos. I ride in the Benzos. I ride in gelato. All in the Lambo. I'm with the famo. She know what it be, though. I'm on the north side. Bitch in the mile wide. Know what it be, though. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong ways. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want to do your own thing. I know you want to do your own thing. She hit me on FaceTime. I tell her little bitch why. Tell her little bitch though. I let her go pie though. I let her on Sky though. She know what it be though. I hit her every day though. I've been busy though. Bad little bitch in my car though. She a bad little bitch in my car. I tell her little bitch, you know you a star. I tell her little bitch, looking so good and your son so kiss and your sin look good. You know she from the hood and she all that bad wood. She know what's good and she know. I know you ain't feeling lonely. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong ways. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want to do your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want to do your own thing.
Welcome to the check-in report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Living. I am in the building. I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only macaroni. Today's topic: Joe Biden has pardoned his crack-smoking son. That is the topic tonight. If you don't want to talk about that, get out of here. That's the main topic. Joe Biden has pardoned his crack-smoking son from all federal charges. Let's unpack. Now, salute to Abdur. Salute to Abdur. I see Abdur is in the building. Salute to Abdur. Now, let me just read this from the Washington Post. Let me just read this. Joe Biden pardons his son, Hunter Biden. The president had promised not to pardon Hunter Biden. Now, a lot of people forgot about that. Joe Biden promised not to pardon his son. He promised not to use his political power to pardon his son. He has went back on those claims. The president had promised not to pardon Hunter Biden, who was convicted of gun-related charges and had pleaded guilty in a tax case. Now, this is from the Washington Post. President Joe Biden on Sunday issued a full and unconditional pardon for his son, Hunter. In a controversial decision that reverses his long-standing pledge to not use his presidential powers to protect his only surviving son, who was found guilty of gun-related charges in Delaware and pled guilty to tax evasion in California. Now, let me just say this. Now listen, we're going to kick in the back of Joe Biden. We have to. It's only right that we kick in the back of Joe Biden. But, listen, man, anybody who has a son, anybody who has, kids, you can kind of empathize with Joe here. Joe, he has a crack smoking son. He doesn't want to see his son in jail. He doesn't want to see his son suffer. So he says, you know what? I'm going to do what I can to get my son out of jail. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I don't think it's, anything wrong with, protecting your son, protecting your loved ones. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But in terms of, him going back on his pledge, I mean, come on, Joe. You were the one saying that you were not going to go back on your pledge. You were the one saying that you were not going to use your political power to use it essentially to pardon your son. You said that you wasn't going to use your powers. You was going to let the courts do their thing. You were going to allow your son to go through the process. We have determined that to be a lie. That was a lie, Joe Biden. You lied to the American people. You told the American people that your crack-smoking son, that you were not going to bail him out, that you were not going to help him. But we have determined that to be a lie. You are a liar, Joe Biden. Just like the rest of the Democrats. The Democrats are liars. We focus so much on the Republicans. The Republicans do this and the Republicans do that. But, I mean, it's really the Democrats that are really the liars. Joe Biden promised not to use his political power to not get his son out of this tight jam. And listen, Joe Biden knows his son is a crack smoking, drug addict, loser. Oh, and don't think that we didn't forget about the cocaine that was inside of the White House. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when the cocaine was in the house? Cocaine was in the White House and everybody was trying to scramble to find out where it came from. I believe it was Hunter Biden that it came from. I believe it was Hunter Biden. I believe Hunter Biden had the cocaine. Hunter Biden, But let's get into, this is one of the videos. I'm kind of like sketchy if I should play this video, because this is when he was he had them he had the krills on him. Let's get into Hunter Biden filming himself weighing his crack. Let's get into that. Hunter Biden weighing crack. Let's take a look at this. Take a gander at this. Hunter Biden got those krills for sale. Hunter Biden got those krills. Weighing it on the scale. This is the son of the President of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, weighing crack. And Joe Biden, don't forget what we have your comments, Joe Biden, when you said that, people selling crack should be going to jail. Then Joe Biden, why are you not going back on the things that you said? Your son was a crack user. Why are you not throwing the book at your son? Why aren't you teaching your son a valuable lesson? You're pardoning him, right?
out the bag.
So how long is
Hunter Biden weighing crack.
That was Hunter Biden there, filming himself. The video was one of the few pieces of content that the image board website 4chan claims to have hacked from the president's son's iCloud account. A Twitter user under the name of NJ Gloper posted the video of Hunter. It sees him filming himself with a cigarette in his mouth. He then flips the camera to film the scales in front of him.
Look at that.
As you'd expect, the video has been making the rounds since it was put up.
Hunter Biden shooting skag between his toes, beaming up the Scotty. This is the president of the United States son, ladies and gentlemen. This is the president of the United States son doing this. And Joe Biden is now going back on his claims, and now he's trying to get his son out of a jam. And like I said, I'm not going to kick in the back of Joe Biden too much because, listen, I understand. You have a son. You're trying to save him from himself. You don't want your son to do, hard time. You don't want your son to go to jail. I get it. Joe Biden is just being a great son. But Joe Biden lied to the American people. Your son is out here doing crack. Your son is out here. He's a drug user. He's running around with illegal firearms. He's a felon. Why are you pardoning him?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Let your crack smoking son sit in the federal jail. He broke the law, right? Hey, Joe Biden, when there's people in the hoods of America selling crack, selling weight, selling cocaine, you're not showing no leniency to them. Even with the crimes that Hunter Biden is charged with, he's charged for, illegal firearms and things of that nature. When there's people in the hoods of America running around with illegal firearms, you don't show no sympathy towards them, Jim Crow Joe. You don't show no sympathy towards the men and the women in the hoods of America running around with illegal firearms.
Donald Trump Jr.
You're not showing no sympathy towards them. How about you pardon the men and women in the hoods of America getting jammed up with trumped up charges, running around with illegal firearms? Oh, salute to Angela. I see Angela's in the building. What's up, Angela? What's up? Let's get back into this.
Posted the video from Benny Johnson's Twitter page and wrote, "Imagine the things he decided may be a bit too much for film. Also, imagine the coverage."
Yeah, Hunter Biden was out there. He was doing too much. He out there filming himself with crack, filming himself with cocaine. Then he got videos of him, putting crack pipes up hookers' asses. He was a wild boy. He has videos and videos and videos on laptops of him doing some of the most ridiculous things. Smoking crack with hookers. Shooting skag between his toes, snorting coke off a 400-pound hooker's ass. That's what Hunter Biden was doing. And Jim Crow Joe, listen, we got to hold Jim Crow Joe accountable. Now, like I said, I'm not going to kick in the back of Jim Crow Joe back too much because I understand this is his son. He's taking care of his son. He wants to look out for his son. I agree, Angela. He is a hypocrite. Jim Crow Joe is definitely a hypocrite. He claimed that he was not going to use his political power to get his son out of a jam. He lied about that.
If this was me.
He lied.
Ian Hayworth tweeted, "The smartest man Joe Biden knows videotapes himself weighing crack." Caleb Hull wrote, "You have to be a super weird person to even film this in the first place." Benny Johnson also reposted the video and included a clip of Joe Biden from the archives in 1990.
Now take a look at this video. Take a look at this video. They pulled up an old video of Jim Crow Joe, and I believe he was talking about crack cocaine and drug users or drug distributors. Take a look at this.
One, discussing his tough thoughts on crack users.
He listen to the hypocrisy of Jim Crow Joe. Here you got your son smoking crack, beaming up the Scotty, weighing the crack on the scale. in the 90s, they caught you in 4K, giving your tough criticism of drug users and drug distributors. Take a look at this. Take a gander at this.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine.
No bigger than this quarter.
No bigger than that quarter.
That I'm holding in my hand.
Okay.
1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years.
Now, let's count all the crack that was on that scale. Hold on, Jim. Let's hold on, Jim Crow Joe. Hold on, Jim Crow Joe. Let's count all the crack on that scale. Hold on. Now listen, I see. Hold on. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I see at least 15 pieces of crack on this scale, Jim Crow Joe. Now let me count that up. 15 years. That's what you said, about 5 years for every piece of crack. Your son should be doing football numbers if that's the case. Jim Crow Joe, your son should be doing football numbers if that's the case. Why are you bailing him out? He got caught in 4K with the crack cocaine. Listen to this hypocrite. Listen to this hypocrite. Listen to Jim Crow Joe talk about, and this was him in the 90s. See, it's all fair in game when it's happening to black people. When it's happening to black people and they're in the hoods with the crack cocaine and they're using it or they're smoking it, it's all fine and dandy. We're going to give you 5 years for every piece of crack cocaine you got. We're going to hammer you guys. We're going to send you to jail. We're going to have you doing football. It's all fine and dandy when it's happening to black people. Listen, these are Democrats. These are supposedly supposed to be the people that are for black people, right? These are supposedly supposed to be the people that are helping black people, right? That are trying to be, a helping hand to the black community. Joe Biden, he wanted 5 years for every little piece of crack cocaine that somebody was found with. His son gets caught with multiple pieces of crack cocaine. Why isn't your son going to jail then, Joe Biden? Run that.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine.
A piece of crack cocaine. Like, look at that. Look. A piece. He got more than a piece. He got more than a piece, He got that thing on a scale. He got them krills for sale. He got them yams for sale. He got more than a piece. Hunter Biden should be doing football numbers. Let's be real here. Because I find it very hypocritical. Because these are the Democrats. These are the Democrats telling you, and like I said, it was all fine and dandy when it was happening to black people. Because, in a roundabout in the 90s, they were trying to, crack black people over the head for the crack epidemic. They wanted black people to be thrown in jail. They wanted them to have trumped up charges, whether they were drug users, whether they were drug distributors. They wanted them all locked up. We didn't care. We wasn't trying to figure out if these people needed help, if these people were drug dependent, these people needed to go to rehab. We didn't care. Just throw them in jail. They got a little piece of crack cocaine, throw them in jail. We ain't got time for rehab. We ain't got time for rehabilitation. We ain't got time to send you to the Poconos so you can get clean. Throw you in jail. You get clean in jail. But when it came to his son, he's ready to pardon him. Run that back. Run that back. Run that back. Run that back.
Discussing his tough thoughts on crack users.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine,
a piece of crack cocaine, that was a little bit more than a piece. He was busting down that brick. And make no mistake, all of it was for him. All of it was for him. Hunter Biden is not, a drug. He's not no big time drug dealer. He likes to smoke his supply. Hunter Biden is not on the corners, selling yams. Now, keep in mind, the people that Joe Biden was trying to hammer was disenfranchised black men that couldn't get a job, that was selling drugs. Now, I'm not saying that it was right, but these were disenfranchised men in the hoods that didn't have a father that was in politics. They wasn't a Nepo baby. They didn't have millions and millions of dollars, and it wasn't trust fund babies like Hunter Biden. You were trying to hammer the disenfranchised, but when your son gets caught in a similar jam, here you are pardoning him. It's interesting, Joe Biden. It's very interesting.
no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand.
Crack cocaine, no bigger than the quarter that you're holding, right?
1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurman and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail.
So why isn't your son going to jail? Why isn't your son keeping his beverages cold in a cold jail cell right now? Why isn't he making license plates? Why isn't he being the cell block bitch right now? I want to know, Joe Biden, why isn't your son going to jail? You had no problem hammering black people. You had no problem sending black people to jail. You had no problem signing off on legislation that would have locked up black people, thrown them in jail, throwing away the key. No sympathy for them. You wasn't trying to pardon them. You wasn't trying to help them out. But when it comes to your son, now you have some compassion. Now you have some compassion. You didn't have compassion back in the 90s, but when it came to your son, now you have some compassion. Very interesting. Very interesting.
For 5 years, you get no probation.
Your son, you just pardon your son. Why are you not standing on this when it comes to your son? I want to know why Joe Biden is not standing on any of this stuff that he said back in the 90s.
You get nothing other than 5 years in jail.
So why isn't your son doing time, Joe?
Judge doesn't have a choice. Now,
this video is just another example of incriminating and scandalous things to come from Hunter Biden's laptop from hell. It has quite literally plagued the Democrat Party since the contents were leaked in October 2020, right before the federal election.
I want to know why Hunter Biden isn't going to jail. And humor me in the chat. What is Hunter Biden's drug of choice? What is his drug of choice? Let me know. Is it pussy? Is it crack cocaine? Is it illegal firearms? Let me know what Hunter Biden's drug of choice is. Let me know. I'm gonna say bussy. I'm gonna say bussy. I think his drug of choice is bussy. Even though illegal firearms is high on the list, I'm gonna say bussy. I think bussy is high on his list. I truly believe that. That's just how I feel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Somebody says meth. I'm not mad at that.
While it was dismissed as Russian disinformation at first, when the New York Times verified some of the emails earlier this year, the content started to be taken seriously. Late last week, The Sun revealed exclusive text messages from Hunter that saw him speak pretty horrifically about his stepmom. In a text to his late brother Beau's wife Hallie, who Hunter actually had a romantic relationship with after his death, he calls his stepmom Jill Biden a selfish, silly, entitled expletive.
Listen, Joe. He was talking bad about your queen. Now listen, say what you want about Jill Biden, but I think she's a good woman. I think Jill Biden is a good woman. Clearly, Joe Biden, he's dealing with some mental decline. He's dealing, he's not his faculties is not as sharp as they once was. And Jill Biden has done a great job of, helping him, giving him a confidence, reassuring him. She's been doing a well job. Say whatever you want about Jill. I think that she's been a good woman to him. I think she's been an exceptional first lady. I think she's been a good person to Joe. Relatively, I think she's been a good person to Joe. Here you have your son. Now, I know you love your son, but you're gonna let your son talk about your queen like that, Joe? It's messed up.
Around Christmas time in 2018, he also swore at Jill as the now First Lady attempted to get Hunter into rehab for addiction.
She was even trying to help him. They were trying to help him.
Sun also reported that when Hunter proposed teaching in Pennsylvania, Jill Biden said he should be getting sober first, to which Hunter claimed he was smarter than Jill, labeling her a vindictive moron.
He called Jill a vindictive moron. Here you have, isn't Jill Biden a doctor? Jill Biden is a doctor, right? Does Jill Biden have a doctorate degree, right? Let me look that up. Does Jill Biden have a doctorate? Jill Biden, I believe it's Dr. Jill Biden, right? Have a who was this meth smoker talking to? Does Jill have a doctorate, right? Yeah, Jill has a doctorate degree. Yeah, Jill is a doctorate. Here, this woman has a doctorate degree, and she got this crack smoking, meth ingesting, hooker purchasing loser telling her that she's a moron. She's trying to help him. She's trying to change his life. She's trying to get him sobered up and stop him from disappointing his dad. You was making the family look bad, Hunter. Oh, somebody said it's an honorary degree. Okay, it's an honorary degree. Okay, yeah, Jill was trying to help him, and he's calling her a moron. I need y'all to hit that like button. We got 40 people in the building. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We're here to talk about Jim Crow Joe pardoning his son. He has pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. I believe it was from firearm charges. I don't believe he was going through any drug charges, but it was firearm charges. He has pardoned him. He did vow to not use his political power to pardon his son. He has went back on those claims, and he has been shown to be a liar and a deceiver. He has lied to the American public. He has lied to the American people once again.
Than Jill, labeling her a vindictive moron. In a text, he said, "And you do know the drunkest I've ever been is still smarter than you could ever even comprehend."
Do you hear this moron? Do you hear this loser disrespecting Jill Biden? Like I said, say what you want about Jill. She has been holding Joe down. She's been doing a good job.
And you're an expletive grammar teacher that wouldn't survive one class in an Ivy graduate program.
Woo! Why was he going so hard on Jill? I know that's his stepmom. But why was he going so hard on Jill? Here, Jill is giving his father, she's helping him. She's giving him confidence. She's standing by him. Like, why are you going so hard on Jill for? Do you honestly think, Hunter Biden, do you honestly think your father feels good when he sees you on the news publications, beaming up to Scotty, shooting skag between your toes, laid out on a dirty hotel floor with cheap hookers, smoking a crack pipe? Do you honestly think that makes your father feel well, Hunter? But you didn't give a damn, Hunter. You didn't give a damn. You still wanted to beam up to Scotty. You still wanted to shoot the skag between your toes. You still wanted to weigh the crack on the scale. And your father bailed you out. Isn't that something? Your father bailed you out. Let's continue.
Followed up by telling Jill, let's all agree, I don't like you any more than you like me.
Does anybody know why was he going so hard on Jill? Let me know why was he going so hard? Listen, I know that's his stepmom. That's not his biological mom. I heard that's his stepmom. But why was he going so hard on Jill? If my father was in a new relationship, and the woman was making him happy, I'm not gonna hate on that woman. Why was he hating on that woman? Why was he hating on that woman? Why was he disrespecting Jill? Jill has been helping Joe. Joe don't know what he ate for breakfast this week. He don't know what he ate for breakfast this day. He can't tell you what's going on. He don't know where he's at most of the time. Jill has been helping him with his confidence, with his reassurance in himself. Why are you hating on that woman?
But in other text messages, he can be seen being remorseful for his words and apologising to his dad. Love you, Dad. It's my fault Mum is wrong.
Apologize to your dad for smoking the crack. Apologize to your dad for shooting the skag between your toes. Apologize for buying the cheap hookers, Hunter. Apologize for being a crack-smoking loser, Hunter. Apologize.
Might I overreact when she's only worried about me, and I promise to try to be more understanding. I love you. Tell Mum I love her, and I'm sorry I say mean things. I don't mean them.
We got 100 people in the building. I need you to hit that like button.
You don't find that suspicious?
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Not now, but right now. Joe Biden has pardoned his son. Hunter Biden, for illegal firearms. He did lie. He lied to the American public. He said that he would not use his political power to get his son free, to pretty much, give his son a get out of jail free card. Joe Biden has been discovered to be a liar. Let's continue.
The Bidens have been seen playing happy family as of late, with Hunter even attending the 4th of July celebrations last week. The contents of the president's son's laptop, however, will not go unnoticed, with Republicans who have called for Joe Biden to face questions on his son numerous times, especially for his overseas business dealings.
Absolutely ridiculous. Hunter Biden, he needs to apologize, not only to his father, but he needs to apologize to Jill. Like I said, Jill is a good woman, man. She's a good woman. She's held Joe down. She's done what she needed to do. Why are you hating on that woman? I don't get why he's hating on Jill. I don't think that hating on Jill, like for what? I don't understand why he was hating on Jill. Can somebody break that down? Why was he hating on Jill? I understand that's not his that's like his stepmother or whatever the case that was. I'm just trying to make sure this video fits. But I just don't like that. I don't like that because, you know, not that I don't know Jill or nothing like that, but I think that Jill has been a good woman to Joe Biden. She's been helping him. You know, Joe Biden, he's dealing with all type of mental decline. His mental faculties is not there anymore. We got 98 people in the building. I need you to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. But like I said, you know, I think Jill has been a good woman to him. And I think that's very disrespectful that his son disrespected Jill like that. Let's get into this video. Hopefully this video is, hold on, let me make sure this fits on my screen. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let me make sure this fits on my screen. Just want to make sure you guys can see it as well as I can. Give me 1 second. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll leave it like that. Let's just take a look at this. The tragic tale of Hunter Biden. Let's watch this together, y'all.
Purchasing crack from homeless people in LA. Snorting coke off a stripper's ass. Being in and out of rehab 6 times.
Now listen, he was snorting crack. He was snorting cocaine off of strippers' asses. He didn't care if the ass was sanitized. He didn't care if the bitch washed her ass that morning. If she you know, made sure it was hygienic. He just sprinkled a little bit of cocaine down the crack of her ass and he sniffed it. That's the type of individual we're dealing with here today. You need to apologize to Jill, Hunter. You need to apologize to that woman. That woman was a good woman, and you were just a crack-smoking loser, Hunter.
Purchasing crack from homeless people in LA.
Purchasing crack from homeless people. Here you got the homeless. The homeless are on the streets. They're trying to cope with their reality on the streets. And here you have a father in the White House. And you're pretty much a Nepo baby, and you're purchasing crack from the people, you know, in the slums trying to cope with their reality. This is a bottom feeder. This is a bottom feeder in every sense of the word. This is a Nepo baby bottom feeder. Let's continue.
Snorting coke off a stripper's ass.
Snorting coke off of strippers' asses. He didn't even care if she wiped her ass. He didn't care if it was hygienic.
Being in and out of rehab 6 times.
6 times in and out of rehab. Come on, Hunter. Get it together.
Today we're going to dive.
And I want y'all to also tell me, was Hunter Biden was he worth even pardoning? I could think of people in jail right now that deserve a pardon, that deserve a second chance. There's still people in jail, dealing with trumped up drug charges. People that are in jail that have been wrongly convicted. There's people in jail that have been wrongly convicted. There's women in jail right now that that are in jail. Right, there are women in jail right now that are victims of sex trafficking. And they've been trafficked their whole lives, but they probably made a mistake. They probably did something wrong, and now they're going to live the rest of their lives in jail. Who deserves a second chance? Is it the Nepo baby who's a crack-smoking loser? Is it the person that's wrongly convicted sitting in jail? Is it the person that had a traumatic childhood and who made a mistake? Who deserves a second chance? Let's continue.
Deep into the story of Hunter Biden. In this video, I'm going to talk.
I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We only got 13 likes. We should have at least 25 likes in the building. We got 100 people in the building right now. We got 100 people standing tall, standing firm. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hold on, yo. Hold on. I need y'all to hit that like button. Before we get back into the video, I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button right now, please. I don't want to waste all day telling you guys to hit the like button. Hit the like button. I shouldn't have to keep telling you guys to hit the like button. Hit the like button, bro. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You know, that's all you got to do. It ain't that hard. It don't cost you nothing. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Cause yeah, my fault. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I don't know why my thing won't pop up on my thing here. What's going on here? Yeah, I need y'all to hit that like button. Please, please. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll try to put it up on here real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, hit that like button. Please. Hit that like button. Please. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I need y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Come on. Y'all gotta stop with the nonsense, bro. I'm stopping the show just for y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me see. Let me put it in the chat. Give me 1 second, y'all. Put it in the chat. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. Do it right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. Give me 1 second. I'm stopping the show just for y'all because, you know, people hard of hearing, man. You know, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It does not cost you nothing. All right? Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. All right. Yeah, my likes need to be where they need to be, bro. Y'all playing games with the damn like button. Hit that damn like button. Let's get back into it, though. Let's get back into it.
Talk about addiction. It is a very serious topic, and I'm not making fun of his addiction, but rather how privileged Hunter is, and he has had everything afforded to him, and he continues to throw it down the toilet, and just how he cannot get his damn act together. So the story of Hunter Biden starts out in 1988.
I didn't know he was born in 1988. He's a millennial. Wow. Why does Hunter Biden? Why does he look so old? Hunter Biden, he looks like at least 40. He looks like at least 40, 45. He looks old. I didn't know Hunter was a millennial. Hey, I'm thinking he's like you know, maybe like a little bit like 45 or something like that. He's a millennial. Okay. Yeah, he looks so old. Every time I see him, he looks so old.
He's 18 years old, and Joe Biden and the family are out on a trip by Jersey Shore. Everyone's having...
Wait, let me look that up. How old? Because I just heard 1988. Or is he just telling a story? Hold on. How old is Hunter Biden? What's his age? What's that dude age? Oh yeah, he was born in 1970. Okay. Yeah, so okay, they're telling a story about what happened in 1988. He was 18 in 1988. Okay. Hey, I'm thinking, you know, he was born in 1988. Yeah, Hunter Biden is in his 50s. Yeah, I'm about to say because he looks very old. He looks very old. Yeah, so he's in his 50s. Let's continue. This is a story that happened to him in 1988. Let's get back to it.
In a blast until little old Hunter gets his first slip up. He gets arrested for narcotics possession. But did he get a ticket? Did he get some jail time? His dad did famously say we need to hold every drug user accountable.
We have to hold every drug user accountable.
Every drug user accountable. Joe Biden, why aren't you holding your son accountable?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Why isn't Joe Biden holding his son accountable? He's a crack smoker. He's a drug purchaser, a drug distributor. Why isn't Joe Biden holding his son accountable? Why isn't he holding his son accountable like he held all of those black men accountable that sold drugs? All of those black men and women that were drug users. He held them accountable. He had no problem throwing them in jail, throwing away the key. Why isn't he doing that towards his son?
but instead he got a pretrial intervention. Well, what's a pretrial intervention? It's
hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all.
Community service while having your record expunged. All of this while your dad is the lead advocate for the war on drugs.
Isn't that something? Here Joe Biden was the spokesman, one of the lead spokesmen for the war on drugs. Now, we all know about the war on drugs. The war on drugs was a failure. Billions and billions of dollars blown and wasted. All just to hammer black people. Or just to throw black people in jail, harass them, trump up charges on them, criminalize them, whether they're guilty or not. It was a failure. It's one of the most biggest failures of the American government system. The war on drugs. And here you have the spokesman here, but he doesn't keep the same energy when it comes to his son. When his son is running around with the crack, he doesn't hold the same energy. I see that.
The president says he wants to wage a war on drugs, but if that's true, what we need is another D-Day, not another Vietnam.
So he was given the chance to reform and have a fresh start, being 18 and all. And just a couple months later, Hunter gets into Georgetown University to study history. He starts drinking a bit more, starts smoking Marlboro Reds, kind of starts partying more, and also starts to ramp up his cooking habit. Quoted,
"Let me know in the poll, what is Hunter Biden's vice? Is it crack cocaine? Is it cheap pussy? Or is it illegal firearms? What is his vice? What is his vice? What is his real drug?" I'ma say bussy. I think bussy is his real drug of choice. I think that, bussy is number one. Then number two, I'm going to say the crack cocaine. It's levels to it. It's levels to it. Let's continue.
Here. Once I was hoping to buy cocaine, but I was sold a piece of crack, and I wasn't sure how to take the drug. I didn't have a stem.
Here your father is one of the most biggest politicians in America, and here you are, crack smoking. You're shooting skag between your toes. It's absolutely disgrace. It's a big disgrace.
Which is a pipe. So instead I improvised. I stuffed the crack into a cigarette and I smoked it. But it didn't have much of an effect. Quoted from the New Yorker. It's 1993 and Hunter graduates from Georgetown and gets into law school. So he's in law school, he starts partying even more. And while he's...
Look at all the opportunities this man had to straighten up and fly right. All on your dad's dime. Your dad is sending you to these prestigious schools, paying for your education, but you can't put the crack down. You can't put the crack pipe down. You can't put the hookers down. You can't put it down. Let's continue.
Party, he meets a girl named Kathleen, and after a couple of weeks of hanging out, she gets knocked up, and within 3 months of that, they got married. Hunter eventually graduates law school, and he gets his first real job as a big attorney, working for the biggest donor for his dad's campaign, MB&A Bank, and he was making the big bucks.
Look at all the times Joe was looking out for this dude. He's a pure Nepo baby. This is a Nepo baby in every sense of the word. Because, people like to throw dirt on LeBron James, and they like to say, oh, like LeBron James, look, he got his son a job at the Lakers. So what? You don't see Bronny James in no cheap hotel smoking crack. You don't see his sons, running around with hookers and stuff like that. Look at the extent that Joe Biden protected this man. Sent him to law school. Sent him, giving him big jobs for his political donors. Bailing him out when he's running around town with the crack. This is nepotism in every sense of the word. This is Joe Biden seeing that his son has a problem, seeing that his son is a drug user, seeing that his son has a real problem, still, being a Nepo baby, though, still rewarding him. Still giving him money, still giving him opportunities. This is nepotism in every sense of the word. Don't ever put LeBron James in the same sentence when it says nepo. This is pure nepotism. When you know your son has a problem, when you know your son is a drug user, when you know your son, has an issues, but you're still putting money into it. You're not even worrying about, his mental capacity. You're not worrying about, what's going on with him and his drug dependency. You're more focused on getting him a job, getting him a social status. This is nepotism in every sense of the word. Let's continue.
He was making as much money as his dad was being a senator.
Come on.
He was making money. He was making money like Joe was making money. Like I said, this is nepotism. Stop putting LeBron James in the same sentence. His sons, they worked hard. They went to college. You didn't hear no stuff on their name. You didn't hear nothing about them using drugs. You didn't hear nothing about them, in hotels with hookers, snorting crack cocaine out of their assholes. You didn't hear nothing like that about his sons. Joe Biden, Hunter, this is nepotism. I need y'all to hit that like. We only got 14 likes in the building. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button. We only got 14 likes. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. All right, let's get back into it.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I gotta make that into a I gotta make that into a sound bite. That is funny. Come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta make that into a sound bite. I have to.
As much money as his dad was being a senator.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. No, I'm serious. I'm being deadly earnest.
And this afforded him the ability to ramp up his habit. He starts drinking from the bottle. And he's doing this for about 10 years. And 10 years later, in 2003, his wife forced him to go to rehab. He was stumbling around. His crack habit was out of control. And within the month of going to rehab, he's attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. And Hunter achieved 7 years of sobriety. But
listen, congratulations. He had 7 years of sobriety. Congratulations, he was able to do 7 years of sobriety. Congratulations.
Then once 2010 came along, Hunter's on a business trip. He's flying home from Madrid. He decides, I'm going to have 3 Bloody Marys. Knocks him back, gets back home. He continues to drink in secret for a couple of months. Eventually told his brother, and he went to rehab again. About a couple years later, Hunter gets a real nasty case of the shingles. Goes to the doctor and they prescribe him Vicodin. He's taken Vicodin for about a month, but once his prescription ran out, he started drinking again. And while on a month-long drinking binge, Hunter decided he was going to join the military and serve his country at the ripe old age of 44.
Joining the military at 44? He wanted to join the military at 44? That's crazy.
And on May 7th, he was assigned...
I've never heard that before. That's new.
Reserve Naval Unit in Norfolk. So Hunter gets...
Philly Fly, hit that like button. If you're just coming in the building, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's continue.
Sworn in from a small ceremony with his father at the White House. And on his first day, Hunter had to submit a drug test. He submitted the test, and then just a few months later, he gets a letter in the mail stating that cocaine was found in his...
Positive for crack cocaine. He couldn't put the pipe down. He couldn't put the crack down. He couldn't put the cocaine down. Couldn't put the magic powder down. Did his father care? Did his, as I'm watching this, because I've never seen this before. I don't know. I'm not, up to date on everything Hunter Biden. But as I'm watching this, I don't see Joe sending his son to to rehab and things of this nature. Because what I saw that his wife, Hunter's wife, sent him to rehab. I see like people, ancillary people in his life sending him to rehab. I don't see his father sending him to rehab. Was Joe too preoccupied with his own political career? Was Joe too focused on his political career and not enough focus on his son shooting up, beaming up to Scotty? Let me know in the chat, because what I'm seeing here, I see that Joe is a little bit too into himself. He doesn't care about what his family is going through. He doesn't care about, who's suffering in his family, who's dealing with what drug dependency they're dealing with. He has no time for that. He's too focused on himself. That's what I'm seeing here.
System. And under Navy rules, a positive test triggers a discharge. But he was positive. It was not his fault. It couldn't have been his. So he wrote a letter. He got a team of attorneys together. And they said, we had no idea how this drug got in my system. And he suggested that when I was at the bar, I think I smoked a cigarette from these two black men, and it had the big...
Listen, blaming the black men. Blaming the black men. Oh, I smoked a cigarette with the black men. Like, come on, bro. The Democrats are racist. When in doubt, blame the black man.
Been laced with cocaine. So he spent months debating this with his attorneys, with the appeals panel. But because of his past drug abuse and his rehab stints, they decided not to appeal. So the records show Hunter was discharged February 8th, 2014. And from there, the crack binge continued.
We have a lot of bad judgment in my family. My son, who's over 40, just joined the United States Navy, is about to be sworn in as an officer.
That's crazy.
So just a couple of months later, from being discharged from the Navy for using cocaine, Hunter gets a nice cushy job on the board of Burisma with no previous experience and energy.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking. This is pure nepotism. Joe Biden was more focused on, putting his son in positions of power, or giving his son opportunities and placing him in places. He was more focused on that than just getting his son some help. That's what I'm seeing here, because I don't see no part of this story where it was Joe trying to get his son some help. Where's the story of Joe trying to get this man some help? I don't see that. I see his son effing up, his son making mistake after mistake, and Joe just rewarding the son. He's not helping him. He's not putting him in any type of rehab process. That's what I keep seeing here.
Working at the largest Ukrainian gas and energy firm. And you want to know how much Hunter Biden made? He made $86,000 a month.
Wow. So clearly he wasn't trying to get his son any type of help. He was more focused on, rewarding his son. This is white privilege and nepotism at its finest.
In the list that you gave me of the reasons why you're on that board, you did not list the fact that you were the son of the vice president.
Yeah, no.
What role do you
Why would he?
think that played?
I think that it is impossible for me to be on any of the boards that I just mentioned without saying that I'm the son of the vice president.
You was a crack smoking, wiener puffer, loser. But Joe kept rewarding him. This is a nepo baby if there ever was one. This is a nepo baby.
The United States.
Maybe this isn't a good idea to go and sit on the board of this Ukrainian company.
I said to you, in retrospect, I wish that my judgment...
Right, but at the time, you never thought, this might not look right.
You know what? I'm a human. And you know what?
I'm a human. Take the accountability, Hunter. Take some damn accountability. Take some accountability for the crack smoking. Take some accountability for the lying. Take some accountability for letting your family down.
Make a mistake? Well, maybe in the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
It wasn't a mistake. You knew what you were doing.
So right after getting his job at Burisma, Hunter decides, I'm going to get cleaned up this time. So he goes to the sketchiest rehab clinic in all of Mexico, in Tijuana, to get the illegal treatment in the United States using the West African shrub plant. But then a couple months later, he starts using again. And he's doing this for about a year. And then in June 6th of 2015, a very significant event happens.
Good evening. The political world tonight is mourning the death.
One crazy One Crazy Now says, dude has a video of him driving high and going 160 miles per hour to go see a hooker in another state. Wow, I got to check that out.
Beau Biden, the son of Vice President Joe Biden, who succumbed to brain cancer Saturday at the age of 46.
Wow.
His brother Joseph dies of a brain tumor. It's unexpected. It's a real tragedy. And during this time, Hunter starts using even more. And his wife forced him to go to couples therapy. And they reached an agreement that if Hunter started drinking again, he would have to move out of the house. And the day after their 22nd anniversary, Hunter left his couples therapy session, drank a bottle of vodka, and moved on out.
Wow.
A month later goes by of this. He's moved
So
out.
this man has chosen his drug dependency and his alcoholism. He has chosen it over his family, over his loved ones. Why does Joe keep rewarding this man? I'm asking you guys in the chat. I'm asking you guys in the chat. This man, from what I'm seeing, has chosen his alcoholism and his drug dependency over his family, over his loved ones. Why does Joe keep rewarding him? Why?
Out, and he decides, oh, I'm going to get sober again. Let's go to rehab. And he's really trying to show his wife that he was cleaning up. He wanted to make things work with her. So he's in rehab, and then all of a sudden,
a website that encourages people to cheat on their partners is reeling from a huge data breach. AshleyMadison.com executives confirmed this morning that their website has been hacked.
the Ashley Madison hack happens. And you know whose name was in the database? Hunter Biden. Not only that, his credit
Why would it be?
card was on file, pictures were on file, photos were on file. And because of that, Hunter and Kathleen finally decided to separate, not get divorced, due to the Ashley Madison hack revealing that he was cheating on her this whole entire time. And Hunter continued to use and fall down the dark hole of drug abuse for a couple of months. So Hunter decides to enroll in rehab again. It's a treatment program. And while there, he gets a call to go to a business meeting in Monte Carlo. So Hunter flies out. While he's in the bathroom,
I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And let me know what is Hunter Biden's drug of choice. Let me know. Humor me in the chat. What is his drug of choice? Let me know. Hit that poll. Let me know.
of a board meeting, a stranger came up to him and offered him cocaine. And then Hunter started doing the cocaine.
Come on, man.
So when he came back from his business trip and went back to the rehab, he told his counselors about the relapse, but he refused to take a drug test out of concerns that the results would be used against him and published in the press. And when the staff insisted that you take a test, he decided to leave the program. It's about a month later. Hunter and his dead brother's widow, Haley, went to the Hamptons with their children, really just trying to get away from it all. And Hunter would spend nights over at Haley's house watching TV, and Hunter stated, "I started to think of Haley as the only person in my life who understood my loss." They were starting to get closer and closer, while Hunter...
Oh, please don't tell me he slept with his brother's wife. Please don't tell me he did that.
Hunter was still married to his wife. So Hunter, who was already moved out of his marital home with his estranged wife, Kathleen, somehow kind of dating his dead brother's widow, Haley.
Oh my goodness. Please don't tell me he was doing that. I did not know about that. I did not know about that. So he was dating his brother's wife? Can somebody confirm that? Is that what he did? He was dating his son. He was dating his brother's wife? What? This is crazy. I did not know that. This dude is a real POS. What in the world? Let's continue.
He made plans to go head to a detox center in Arizona to get cleaned up. And while he was on the layover flight in LA, he got sidetracked, lost something in the flight. He had to stay in LA for a week. So the minute he got to LA, he walked up to a homeless man and asked him, "Hey man, you know where I could buy some crack?" The man took him to a nearby homeless encampment, where in a narrow passageway between the tents, someone put a gun to his head before realizing that he was a buyer. And Hunter returned a few more times to buy crack that week, while partying in strip clubs and nightclubs all throughout LA. And after a week-long crack binge, Hunter decided, I'm gonna go just drive to the rehab myself in Arizona. While in the midst
couldn't put the crack down, couldn't put the crack down, could not put the crack down
of a crack episode. So he rents a car at Hertz, takes off on a 7-hour trip in the middle of the night to go head to rehab. So he's driving down.
Could not put the crack down. Listen, all of this for crack, bro. You're losing your family. You know, you're losing your job. You're getting kicked out of rehab, and you just can't put the crack down. It's just put the crack down, man. Choose your family. Choose your wife and your kids over your damn crack. What is up with Hunter?
On Interstate 10, listening to tunes, smoking some crack, and then all of a sudden lost control of his car. Jumped the median, skipped to the stop on the shoulder on the westbound side. His car was totaled. So Hunter called Hertz, who collected the damaged car, and gave him a second rental. And he told him that there was a barn owl that flew overhead while I was driving, and I just had to swerve the car because I didn't want to hit the owl. Hertz takes the car back, they give him a new one, he's on his merry way. And that night, Hunter arrived at the rehab in Prescott and dropped off the car at the Hertz Rent-A-Car Center. So when Hertz took back the car, they're cleaning the car, they're seeing if he left anything inside. And what did they find? Well, Hertz ended up calling the police because of what they found. They found a bag of crack,
wow,
a meth pipe, Secret Service business cards,
wow,
Hunter's credit cards, Hunter's driver's license, and his dead brother Joseph's Attorney General badge.
Wow.
But Hunter was not around. The police had no idea where he was at. So within the hour, the police ended up calling the FBI to get involved. And while they're requesting the warrants on the phone, the police get a call from a Secret Service agent. And he informs them that Hunter is safe and secure and there's no need to worry about him. Even though it was a Biden family member, the district attorney was still going to bring a case against Hunter. So they're building a case, but then last minute they decide to drop it.
Why did they decide to drop it? Why did they decide to drop it? How many times has Joe Biden bailed his son out? How many times has he done it? How many times has he put in a call? How many times has he done it? Clearly, and let's be real here. Let's be honest. If this was any of us, if any of us crashed a car and we left crack and meth pipes and all this stuff in the car, any of us would be in jail for that. If any of us had illegal firearms and we had felony charges and things any of us would be in jail right now. Joe Biden made a vow not to use his political power. How many times has he bailed his son out? He's been doing it for years, if you ask me.
The reason why they decided to drop the case was citing a lack of evidence. There wasn't any fingerprints on the pipe, even though it was confirmed that there was crack cocaine residue all over the pipe. And once again, Hunter is on his merry way.
Sure he was.
So just 1 week after the Hertz Rent-A-Car accident, he's in rehab, and his dead brother's widow, Haley, flew out to go see Hunter. And during their stay, they got extremely close, and they decided that they were going to be a couple, but keep their relationship.
This is his deceased brother's wife, mind you guys. This is his deceased. Like, you know, if something like that happens, you should have the respect to say, you know, this is my brother's deceased wife. Like, I'm going to be there for her. I'm going to help her financially. I'm going to help with the kids and stuff like that. But I'm never going to cross that line. I mean, how you have to be a very disrespectful person to do something like that, to not care about, you know, how your brother would feel about something like that happening, to not care about how the other people in your family would feel about that via your mother, via your father, via your aunts and your uncles and different people, the kids. I mean, like, this is very disrespectful. How low is Hunter Biden? That's very disrespectful to do that to your deceased brother's wife. That you didn't have the respect, you didn't have the righteousness to say, nah, I'm going to leave my brother's wife alone, for you to even go to that length. Despicable.
a secret hiding from Hunter's wife and the press. But soon the press found out, and Hunter's wife. Titled, Beau Biden's widow.
One crazy now says he was there for her. There is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. It's absolutely disgusting and deplorable, bro. This is your brother's wife. It's your brother's wife, bro. And I'm not gonna just put it on him. I'm gonna put it on her as well. I'm gonna put it on both of them. There's no excuse for that. That's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to the brother. Very disrespectful to the family. Have some respect.
Having an affair with married brother. Within a couple of months, Hunter's wife, Kathleen, filed for divorce. Not only did she just file for divorce, but she also filed a motion to freeze his assets, stating that over the course of the separation, Hunter had drained hundreds of thousands of dollars from the couple's marital assets, creating financial concerns for the family by spending extravagantly on his own interests, including drugs, alcohol, prostitutes, strip clubs, gifts for women with whom he had sexual relations, while leaving his family no funds to pay legitimate bills.
Wow, he didn't even leave his family. He didn't leave his kids and his wife nothing. You gotta think how much of a POS that this dude is. Think about how much of a POS this dude is. Out there smoking crack, sleeping with his deceased brother's wife. You're not taking care of your wife. You're not taking care of your kids. This dude is a real POS. But Joe keeps bailing him out. Joe keeps bailing him out.
You don't find that suspicious?
Why does Joe keep bailing this boy out?
You don't find that suspicious?
After all the crack smoking.
You don't find that suspicious?
After all the secret affairs with his deceased brother's wife.
You don't find that suspicious?
Why does Joe keep bailing this crack smoking POS out?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to add to the dialogue, anything to add to the discussion, please put it in the super chat. We read all super chats. We read all donations. Let's get back into it.
Through these proceedings, the judge came that Kathleen should receive a monthly payment of $37,000 for.
Woo! That's a hefty price tag. $37,000 a month. We gotta tally that up. Let me see how much that is a year. 37. That's a lot. That's a lot in child support. That's a lot in spousal support. $37,000 a month. Let me just tally that up. How much that is yearly? Hold on, let me just tally it. 37 a month. Hold on, y'all. That's about $444,000 a month. That's almost $500,000 a year. $444,000 a year annually. Like I said, that's about $500,000, about $500,000 a year. So to tally that up real quick.
Alimony, tuition, childcare costs for a decade. And Hunter said he was cleaned out. He said, "There's no way I can pay this." He had nothing.
He done spent all of his money on crack cocaine and cheap hookers.
Even though he's making $86,000 a month being on the board of Burisma. But what pissed Hunter off the most in these whole court proceedings was being accused of hiring strippers and prostitutes. And he denied them, saying he hadn't seen a stripper in years. And the evening that story was published in the New York Post, he said, "I went directly to a strip club and I said, fuck him." Hunter started going to several strip clubs right after this incident came out. There's been stories of him getting sex toys used on him, He's using sex.
He in the strip club getting pegged. He's in the strip club getting pegged, and his wife and his kids is suffering.
You don't find that suspicious?
He in the strip club with his ankles behind his neck.
You don't find that suspicious?
Getting pegged.
You don't find that suspicious?
But he ain't got no money for his damn kids.
You don't find that suspicious?
He in the strip club getting pegged from the back.
You don't find that suspicious?
Doggy style.
You don't find that suspicious?
Froggy style.
You don't find that suspicious?
Missionary.
You don't find that suspicious?
But you ain't got no money for your damn kids and wife. And this is the dude that Jim Crow Joe is belling out. This is the man you're belling out, Jim Crow Joe.
Toys on others, smoking crack in strip clubs in the VIP rooms. It's 2018 and Hunter's going to tons of strip clubs. And one stripper catches his eye, Dallas. And he loves Dallas.
I heard about this. The Dallas joint, right?
And he's hanging out with Dallas, everything's all great. And just a couple of months later, Dallas goes up to Hunter and tells him that she's pregnant with this kid.
Wait a minute, he cheated? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. This man cheated on his wife with his deceased brother's wife. Leaves his wife to be with his deceased brother's wife, right? Hold on. Then he cheats on his deceased brother's wife that he left his original wife for, only to cheat on her with a stripper inside of a club that's pegging him.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
What is going on here, Joe Biden? What are you supporting, Joe? What is Joe support? Salute to Rick Slick. I see you in there. Salute to Rick Slick. Joe has bailed this man out so many times, it's not even funny. Hunter Biden is the personification of what a Nepo baby is. I've been hearing people kicking the backs of LeBron James for giving his son an NBA job. Hunter Biden does not compare. He has no comparison to Bronny James. Bronny James is a good kid, clean-cut kid. He works hard. You know, you never seen him in a video, snorting crack cocaine off a stripper's ass. He's a clean-cut kid. Hunter Biden is a crack-smoking POS. But Joe Biden has continually rewarded him, giving him job opportunities, getting him out of jams, criminal prosecution. This is a Nepo baby. If you want to know what a Nepo baby is, Hunter Biden is the definition of what a Nepo baby is. You know? He's the definition of what a Nepo baby is. Continue.
And Hunter wants nothing to do with it. So she has the kid. She goes to court trying to get child support. And in the middle of all of this, they demand a paternity test being done. So while the test is being done, Hunter meets a woman, Melissa Cohen. And after just 6 days of meeting her, they got married. They got matching tattoos as well.
Wow.
And Melissa and him buy a house together in LA. And while they're doing all of this, Dallas comes back with the paternity test results, and it is Hunter's kid. So currently right now, they're in the middle of a child support lawsuit where they're trying to get the money out of Hunter, but Hunter's saying he has nothing. He's cleaned out, even though he just bought a $3.3 million home.
It just brought a 3 million. Oh my god, this dude is crazy, bro.
In LA. Despite Hunter staying very low-key in his LA home, he has come up in the news recently with his laptop situation. And the laptop does confirm a lot of the incidents that have happened throughout the years with different strippers and prostitutes and all of that.
And the crack smoking and the meth using.
Does any of this have to do with Joe Biden? I would say kind of, because his dad was the leading advocate for the war on drugs, the 1994 crime bill.
The 1994 crime bill that black people suffered underneath. The 1994 crime bill that criminalized black people, thrown black people in jail at a higher rate than they did their white counterparts. That Joe Biden was the spokesman and figurehead for. Joe Biden, you are a clown. You are a clown. Because you're not holding your son accountable for the crimes he's committed underneath that 1994 crime bill that you were such a proponent of. You're not holding him accountable. All the black men that you're throwing in jail, you trumped up charges on them. But you're not holding your son accountable for the things he's done underneath that 1994 crime bill. Such a shame. You're a clown, Joe Biden. And this is why I will never support the Democrats. I will never support the Democrats. They're clowns. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. They want everybody. They want every other criminal out there to pay for their wrongdoings, but when it's their sons, when it's their daughters, they don't want them to suffer. No. We want the black people, we want the brown people, we want them in jail. But when it comes to our sons, when it comes to our daughters, the white liberals, no. We're gonna make sure they don't go to jail. We're gonna pardon them. We're gonna call up the deputies. We're gonna call up the sheriffs. We're gonna drop the charges. That's how the white liberals move. Let's continue.
That harshened sentences for crack cocaine. And despite all of that, Hunter has never been to jail. He's never gotten a ticket for any of this.
Wow.
He's consistently gotten away with it. And I think the biggest thing to take away here is that this is politics. This is the hypocritical stuff that politicians do.
I agree.
Trump does it.
Hunter.
Joe Biden does it.
Come on, man.
Obama does it.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Obama. Spit it out. If. How many ifs you gonna give us, man? If.
Trump does it.
Hunter.
Joe Biden does it.
Come on, man.
Obama does it.
Spit it out. Shut up, Obama. Joseph Hernandez says, I don't know why anyone still votes for Democrats. They're clowns. The Democrats are clowns. I hope they never win another election. They're clowns. I think we should just get away from the Democrats altogether. I think the Democrats should be replaced with a new political party. That's how terrible I think they are. They're just terrible. They're terrible for America. They're clowns. They should be replaced as a political party. They're clowns. And I'm not saying that because the Republicans are so great. I have my gripes with the Republicans as well. But I think the Democrats, especially by way of this year, this election season, they have been pure and utter clowns. They have been pure and utter clowns, and they're the reasons why the economy is messed up. They're the reasons why you got immigrants flooding into the country. They're the reasons for a lot of these situations that a lot of Americans are angry about. So I think the Democrats should be should be a party of the past, really.
One doesn't. And in regards to the whole Burisma thing with his father being the vice president, I just want to read you one. This is an actual law. Federal regulation prohibits federal employees from using public office for private gain or for the private gain of relatives. This regulation, however, does not apply to the president or vice president. So even if these things did happen, they are not illegal. This is the way government is. And that's where we're at with the saga of Hunter Biden. Thank you.
And Hunter Biden was pardoned today. He got pardoned by his father. Wanted to talk about that today, but how do you guys generally feel about Hunter Biden being pardoned by his father? Me personally, I'm not surprised. This is how politicians are. This is how I didn't believe for one second that Joe Biden was not gonna look out for his son, was not going to pardon his son. I didn't believe for one second that he was not going to do that. I believe that he was going to do that. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Robert says, a blanket pardon from 2014 till now. Yeah, listen, I believe that as well. I think that he's been looking out for his son for years. I think he's been holding down his son for years. I think he's been, quieting charges, calling sheriffs, calling deputies, telling them to drop the charges. He's had charges throughout the years, and they've kind of just, went underneath the radar and, don't report this, drop the charges, Robert says, but I'm sure there was a crime in 2013. I agree. I think that he's had a pattern of doing crimes. I think he's had a pattern of doing a lot of illegal activity. Most of the things he got caught for are for the things that we did see. One crazy says that should be illegal. Shouldn't be able to pardon family members. I agree with that. People focus so much on Trump and the things that he's done. But what about Joe Biden? What about the lies and the deception of his family? Robert says, he has these politicians need to go. Yeah, a lot of these politicians need to go. They need to lose their jobs. Hunter should be apologizing to his family. He really should be. Joseph says, because of the pardon, Trump can pardon anyone, and no one can say anything about it. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about whoever Trump decides to pardon. Whenever he decides to pardon whoever he pardons, I don't want to hear nothing from the political left at this point. If you let Jim Crow Joe pardon his son, they can't say nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from the political left. Oh, I can't believe Trump pardoned this person. Because, it's going to come. Trump is probably going to pardon people from January 6th. That's probably going to happen. And I don't want to hear any of the news stations chastise Trump for that. Because you allowed Joe Biden to pardon this crack-smoking dude who has gotten away with a lot. Turned his back on his family, turned his back on his wife, wasn't taking care of his kids, it's crazy. Robert says, nope, I will call out Trump if he does wrong, but J6 needs to be pardoned. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know about all of them. Maybe some of them need to be pardoned. I don't know if all of them need to be pardoned. Don says, if this were Don Jr. getting pardoned by his dad, the left would lose their ish. I absolutely agree. That's an absolute fact. If this was Don Jr. the political left would be all on top of this. And I think that Fox News needs to be all on top of this. They need to be all on top of this Hunter Biden situation, because this is absolute disgusting, especially after Joe Biden said that he would never use his political power to pardon someone. He said he would never use his political power to pardon a family member. That's exactly what he said. I would not use my political power to pardon a family member. He lied. He lied to the American people. He lied to the American people, told them that he would not use his political power to pardon a family member. He absolutely lied. He lied about that. That was a bold-faced lie. That was a bold-faced lie. You know? So he should be held accountable for that. The American people should be scrutinizing him for that. Absolutely. And people wanted to know what was Hunter's drug of choice. Out of 103 votes, people decided that it was crack. It was not bussy. It was not illegal firearms. With 83%, people said that it was crack. And Robert says politicians lie. No way. Yeah, they do lie. That's what politicians do. That's what they do best, really. But with that being said, listen, guys, it's been a pleasure to rock out with you guys. Stay tuned for more political discussions. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have been entertained as well as enlightened. I am your host, True and Living. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And come on back to the show, where we do a bevy of different topics: political, trending news, entertainment news. This is your one-stop shop, the Check-In Report. But with that being said, you guys have a productive week. And God willing, I'll see you guys on the next live. Until next time, we are out. Toodles, you have a good week, man. We out.